Hello and welcome back to Pendor Rearmed, and indeed we are here speaking to Mr. Conan Gavaldis, yes, and we're gonna actually say that we want to become a vassal. Now there is a reason why I want to do this, and it's primarily because I have just accepted another month as a mercenary, and there is a very good opportunity that I'd like to take advantage of, and I can't do it unless I am free of being a free of being a mercenary, not a vassal. So the only way that I can really do that is either not being a mercenary, which is what I ideally wanted to do, or being a vassal. And so we're going to be a vassal, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to say hello there, I'd like to be a vassal for the Fierce Vein and everything, and there we have it. So we've now been given Tyra Banks, apparently. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that name, but yeah, sure, okay. A little bit weird. And indeed, here we are. This is it. We are up against Mr. Titus Legatus, and Legatus even. And we are going to do this. 202 versus 150. I am basically attacking him out of nowhere, because the Fierce Vein are not actually at war against the Empire in any way. The only reason why I'm doing this is because there is an extremely, as I said, very good opportunity for us to potentially get ourselves a town. And can we say no to that? Can we really say no to that? I don't think so. I think we have to do it. We have to do it. Now, if I can, on the other hand, that is obviously another matter altogether. I have no idea whether I'm going to be able to manage to do anything here. But my army is relatively strong. I wouldn't say it's the strongest it possibly could be, because I have definitely, I mean, I've led armies that are, 10 times stronger than this, right? Absolutely murdered, absolutely destroyed everything else that is ever around us, and we've absolutely destroyed everything that we can in sight. But in this case, obviously, we are going to need. I'm basically just trying to distract people here. I'm trying to get the cavalry to attack me. Obviously, I could have done that a lot better, but yeah, I think we'll probably be fine here, and we'll then hopefully be able to go into the fief. Alright, so that was basically a formality right now. So that's 150 troops. We've absolutely 100% destroyed them. And indeed, I am going to be taking this guy prisoner. I know. I probably shouldn't do that, but I am going to take him prisoner just purely because I want to weaken the Empire as much as possible if we can. Ooh, we don't have that much food remaining. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. I do have 2 baggage trains. That should be enough to see me through this. But not exactly pleased about that, to be honest. I was kind of hoping that we'd have a little bit more. But yeah, as you can see, look at this. This is what I wanted. Ethos. Look at Ethos right there. Ethos is literally so extremely weakened. Why can I not? Oh, it's because it's still under siege. Okay, wait a second. We've got to wait until it's no longer under siege, and then we will be able to go in. Q to the Ravager has just spawned. Well, that's actually unlucky for me. It would have been really nice. Okay, come on. Are they literally going to just restore every single one of their troops by the time it says it's no longer under siege? There we go. Okay, now we can... No? We still can't? Why? Why not? Look at this. Why can I not besiege this? Why am I not allowed to besiege this? I gotta say, I feel like this is absolutely ridiculous. I think this is absolutely ridiculous. Why can we not besiege this now? Am I... I mean, literally, did I do this wrong? Because as far as I am aware, if we take a look at the faction report, you can see here that we have -6 with the Empire. Do I need to kill more stuff? Do I need to attack more things? Okay, fine. If I have to attack more things, I'll attack this guy then. There we go. And we've got two Dashar actually helping us as well. Okay, so we've reduced the relation by 9. Okay. Yeah, actually, let me do something real fast. Can we? Okay, we cut. Okay, I was trying to game the system. Okay, I was trying to game the system. What I was trying to do right there is I was trying to retreat and then go back in and then hope that that reduced his relation again by another 3. But no, of course not. No, of course it's not going to happen like that for me. But yeah, no. Anyway. I don't know why we don't get a besiege option. I don't know why that's not happening for us. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to immediately go into Ethos and force them into a, well, a possible, basically just giving up, pretty much. Just like a surrender. That's what I was kind of hoping to have happen. But obviously, in this case, that's not going to work. For some reason. I don't know why. I have no idea. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It might very well be that we just don't have enough negative relation with the faction themselves. That might be it. I highly doubt it somehow, but I mean, I don't understand why that would be the case, because technically, you know, if you can attack their vassals, you should be able to enter into a siege. So I'm kind of, I gotta say, I'm kind of a little bit weirded out by that. I'm hopeful that it is just a small bug / delay on the whole, you know, besieging thing. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, we've already eliminated this guy, so that's pretty nice. And as you can see, we can obviously let him go. I am going to let this one go because the other one had a bad personality anyway, so I'm kind of happy to, you know, take that guy prisoner. And indeed, I'm not going to take anything here. I will take some prisoners just in case, but yeah, that's not really going to do much. Okay, so can we go back to Ethos and can we besiege it now? No. Yeah, it might be because Kodan Valdis is not technically at war against them. The faction isn't actually at war against them, so that might be the reason. Alright, so I did actually make a massive journey back to where Kodan Valdis was, and I told him that I wanted to be freed of my oath, and we actually managed to do that for a measly -20 relation with him personally. So I don't think that's super bad. I actually think that's pretty good. That is okay, and we are now going to speak to the claimant here. I want to take up your cause and help you reclaim your throne. He says, are you sure you will be up to the task, Barney? Reclaiming my throne will be no simple matter. The lords of our realm have all sworn oaths of homage to Valdis. Such oaths to a usurper are of course invalid, and we can expect some of the lords to side with us, but it will be a very tough and challenging struggle ahead. Okay, so yeah, I am ready for this struggle. Let's do it. There we go. Repeat the words of the oath with me. And here we go. Let's do this. And there we are. Okay, you've done a wise thing. Fantastic. So now we must help him claim the throne of the Fyrdsvain, and he has now joined our party, amazingly enough. And our relation with the Fyrdsvain has deteriorated from 0 to -50. Our first task is to take hold of a fortress and persuade other lords to join us. You lead the way. Alright, I'm very, very excited. Let's see how this goes. Now, let me just show you Mr. Jarl in our Iron Hands stats. He has absolutely incredible stats. Look at him. He has 500 weapon proficiencies. I am assuming that this is, basically this is pretty much what you're going to get with a Noldor Twilight Knight. So I'm very, very impressed with that. Anyway, we are now going to be going into Ethos, and as you can see, I now have the ability to attack and indeed say yes. Yeah, unfortunately not fast enough. Not fast enough. I really ideally wanted to be able to go in here and ask them to surrender instantaneously, but unfortunately for me, I of course didn't have the ability to do that because we weren't technically at war with them, or the Fyrdsvain weren't technically at war with them. So that's the reason why. Anyway, let's go and lead our soldiers in an assault now. We should be completely fine here. I mean, this should be a no-brainer. This should be kind of the easy. This should be one of the easiest sieges we've ever seen and/or done. If my shield could actually work and protect me from damage, that would be nice. I am holding it down, and yet I am still getting murdered by whoever is shooting me. So there's that. But I guess we can get a couple of kills here and there. And this is also the reason why I generally tended to go for the axe, you know, because while a two-handed would definitely be the way to go and is definitely much more effective, it just doesn't have the shield, you know, it just doesn't have the shield. That's it. That's the only reason. But yeah, it's going to be really, really hard for us to even stay alive with the amount of crossbowmen and various other things that they have here. But this is exactly the reason why you have an army like this. Having an army like this, where you have a significant amount of ranged troops that can also fulfill several other roles, is amazing. That's the exact reason why we've gone for this specific army composition. It's the reason why I say that hero adventurers are amazing, and that you should definitely check those out. You should definitely use those, because they are just so good across the board. They're just good at everything they do, and they're very, very good at range. They're great at melee, great on a horse. You know, basically you can't go wrong. You just cannot go wrong with them. And there you go. We have now captured Ethos, and I'm gonna say yes to capturing that guy. And whoa, that is a very nice piece of gear. I will I'm actually not entirely sure. No, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not going to take it, but it is extremely nice. It's probably one of the nicest pieces of armor I have seen so far. But as you can see, loads of people needed some upgrades, so might as well do that. And now we have basically no space. Yeah, isn't that wonderful? Yes, isn't that absolutely lovely? Okay, so let's see here. What do we want? I think Singalian Temptress? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, dearie me. Okay, I'll go for the Heretic Magnus as well, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so it's not being managed. Yeah, I want to have Ethos for myself. I mean, technically, he should have this, right? But I want to create a CKO straight away. So I'm going to have it for myself. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have this for myself because obviously I also need to pay wages, right? He doesn't need to do that, so yeah. Yeah, so now we can manage the town, and this has the following improvements. It has insane amounts. Wow, it literally has everything. I don't even need to manage it, so that's actually kind of incredible. All right, I certainly wasn't expecting that. And we can now go into the castle. I highly doubt we have anyone, to be honest. No, we don't. Yeah, they have a... Okay. Yeah, okay, so basically they have a Radiant Cross CKO here. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit problematic, isn't it? Okay, so I want to go to the war room, prepare a baggage train, thank you very much. Okay, here we go. So we can dismantle the Knighthood Order that is established here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to proceed with dismantling the Knight of the Radiant Cross Order. Yep. There we go. We're gonna dismantle that, and then we're gonna create a new Knighthood Order, and we are going to be creating a new order from Pendor Knights, I think, right? Yeah, I think so. I don't really want it to be from Pendor Knights. Ugh. Okay, fine. We'll do it. There you go. 1 Qualis gem. Boom. Relation with them increased. Blah, blah, blah. 20,000 dinars. And we needed 30. Right, just bear that in mind. We needed 30 honor to be able to do that. Okay, so this is order of the... Well, it's got to be tea and biscuits, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be tea and biscuits, of course. And we're going to be calling them New Order Knights. We're going to be calling them Tea Knights. Is it, what didn't we call them Tea Knights or something like that? Yeah, I think so. And Biscuit Sergeants or something. Yeah, Biscuit Sergeant. If I can type properly. And Biscuit Sergeants. There we go. Order of the Tea and Biscuits. Does that work? I guess. Long live the Tea and Biscuits Order and its faithful Tea Knights. Yes, I remember these guys. They were absolutely crazy. Okay, so there we go. So unfortunately for me, we've basically got nothing here. So we will just do a little bit of training for our steward. Hopefully no one will... Oh no. Are you serious? Of course he's come here. Okay, he's gonna die. He's gonna absolutely 100% die if he tries to do this. 18 hours. Okay, thank goodness that was... God, I don't know why it takes so long. Why does it take so long for him to do that? That really... Oh, no. Are you... Come on now. I really? Okay. Really? Okay, well, the thrown weapon apparently sucks. So, yeah, let's just do the basic thing. Okay, kill these. Kill these. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, great. And we've still got one guy down there. Can I snipe him with this thrown weapon? Not in a million... Oh, actually, I did hit him. Okay, crazy. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, no, not too bad, not too bad. If you stop treating it like it's got any weight behind it, you know, it can actually hit things. Okay, so the thing is, we now have to deal with Marius Imperator, of course, and he also has this guy. Yes, he also has this guy as a unique spawn slash mercenary person. So this is going to be hilarious. Mostly because I have so many ranged troops, I highly doubt he's actually going to be able to do anything. Alright, so he actually ran away, if you can believe it. Yeah, he actually ran away while he was attempting to besiege this. I don't know why, but he decided against going for the siege. I don't blame him, to be honest, because let's face it, I personally would not go in against me either. I think this army that we have right here is too dangerous. And, well, I mean, to be fair, he has 500 people, right? He has 500 people. But we have shown ourselves capable of defeating 500 people beforehand, and on top of that, we are in the fief itself. We are in the fief itself. It's going to be extremely difficult for them to penetrate our defenses and to actually get inside, first of all, because we do have ladders, right? So we have ladders. They're going to have some difficulties actually getting on top of that without getting shot to pieces, and that's obviously the entire point. So, yeah. A little bit difficult for him, right? A little bit difficult for him. But yeah, we are now here in this village because I had to. Because what I actually ideally wanted to do was... I actually wanted to recruit some things, but unfortunately... Oh, wait a minute. Tea and biscuits. What? We can make peace with the Empire straight away. Yes. I will say yes. There we go. Okay, so we literally have these guys. This is actually crazy, right? Okay, so we have these guys immediately. Okay, that's actually really, really crazy. I wasn't expecting to have them be available that fast, but apparently we do. Let's get the training grounds. That's going to take 29 days, unfortunately. It's going to allow additional training of garrison troops and hiring noble recruits. That is the biggest deal right here. Hiring noble recruits is the biggest deal. Okay, so... what we're going to do is we're going to go and send our quartermaster to, you know, recruit from places. You know, we need that. And we're also going to be... Okay. Let's improve the equipment of our T-Knights. I want to... Well... yeah. We need everything. Okay, well, first of all, what we want to do is recruits of the T-Knights. No. This is fine. I don't really care about that too much. Yeah. So this is the problem now, right? We need a huge amount of prestige, and the reason why I said to you in the previous episode, my strategy for gaining a huge amount of honor was to, you know, take a bunch of Pendor? Take a bunch of Noldor people prisoner and then just let them go over and over. That was obviously the entire point. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. So we are now going to go and we're going to speak to... Jocelyn, I believe. We're going to speak to Jocelyn and we're going to have him be our first trainer for our knights. Alright, so I am going to ask him, I would like you to train the knights and sergeants of the tea and biscuits. Yes, there we go. I would gladly do that. I guess I can teach your tea knights and biscuit sergeants a few tricks. How long shall I train them? 4 weeks. Give them your best. There we go. Alright, so he's going to come back in a month, and hopefully that is going to result in an insane amount of, well, bonuses for our people. Hopefully it's going to be crazy good. I have no idea whether it's going to be, but hopefully it will. And otherwise, apart from that, I'm not going to do anything with the T-Knight's equipment or anything like that. Or should I? You know what? Okay, fine, I will. Oh, look at that. All right, so word reaches us that Kodan Ironsword has gathered nobles and knights. Okay, so basically he's a unique spawn that does drop a Qualis gem as far as I remember. So I would be very, very overjoyed if we could find him. Otherwise, as you can see right here, we are getting rents and tariffs from Ethos, and we're actually making this much money. Yes, we're making 37,000. The main reason why is because of the villages, hilariously enough. Fedna is making us 6,000 by itself. Bretven, same thing. Actually crazy. Not entirely sure how that is even possible, but yeah, there you go. It is. So yeah, we've just been upgrading our people, and yeah, we're not doing too badly. But yeah, I would very much like if I could find where Kodan Ironsword is and maybe take him on. Alright, so we found him, if you can believe it. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, the reason why I was able to find him is because I just went into the tavern and asked people where he was, and he was here next to Nudar Castle. So I'm very much hoping we're going to be able to capture him. If we're unable to capture him, then I will be a little bit sad, to be honest. I will be a little bit sad, but that is just the nature of things. You know, I'm not going to... I'm not gonna, reload or anything like that, because there's just no point. There is no point in that. Technically, if you wanted to, you could do that if you were really serious about getting Qualis gems and stuff, and reloading and then attacking him again wouldn't make any difference. But if you were to take note of the date and then wait at least 5 days, because obviously we don't know when the rollover happens, but I'm just assuming that, if you wait the 5 days, then of course you're going to be getting a relatively good, clean, possibly good, clean slate. I'd probably recommend waiting 6 days just to make sure that the refresh has actually come in, because obviously that's the deal. The re-rolling system works every 5 days in game. And I'd recommend just doing the 6 just to make sure, just to make sure that you're all good. Because otherwise you're going to be having some issues, and maybe you're going to be having the same results. And that would be very, very unfortunate, wouldn't it? So, yeah, generally that's what I would do if you're really, really, hard-pressed about getting a Qualis gem for your, to call your very own. Because I know sometimes, yeah, it's kind of, sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes it's frustrating to play Pendor and be like, oh, I don't have any unique spawns to fight, I don't have any of these guys that can potentially give me Qualis gems. Or, at the very least, maybe you have been fighting Qualis gems, or fighting Qualis gems, ha! Yeah, you're not fighting the gems themselves, of course, but yeah, anyway, the point is, maybe you are fighting for Qualis gems, and you're fighting unique spawns, and every single time you try to fight one, and you manage to achieve victory, you don't get a Qualis gem. Just imagine how unlucky that would be, right? So imagine you do not get a Qualis gem every single time, and you've defeated 2, 3, 4 unique spawns. That's going to be the most frustrating thing ever, right? I can understand that 100%. So if you do want to reload for that reason, then just go for it, like really. I mean, who's stopping you? No one. It's nothing to really be concerned with, in my opinion, because it is literally a single player experience, and it is only you that is going to know anything about that. And frankly, personally, if you want to do that go for it. I'm behind you. Just go for it. I mean, it really does not matter. There are a lot of people that will say, oh no, you shouldn't do that bad thing, that is a very bad thing, and I will report you to the nearest authorities. I mean, really, no, come on. Let's be serious now. There is no problem with doing that if it is going to give you some form of enjoyment, because let's face it, life is hard enough, I think, in certain cases. I don't think we need to really stress a huge amount about whether some person decides to reload some single-player game. You know what I mean? It's just, it pales in comparison to a lot of the things that, you know, you might have problems with in life, you know. And I'm not gonna talk anything more about stuff like that, because let's face it, we're trying to defeat this guy. And we've got to focus our minds on something else, right? We've got to focus our minds on the fact that we want this Qualis gem, and if he doesn't give it to us, I will throw a temper tantrum the likes of which have never been seen before. And I will say, oh no, he didn't give us a Qualis gem. Oh well, never mind. And then that will be it. That's my temper tantrum, yes, indeed. But yeah, anyway, point is, cross your fingers, let's see. Yes, we get him. We got him. All right, thank you very much. Let's just do a little bit of something. I was kind of hoping for a gold bar right here. Very much hoping for a gold bar, but no such luck for me, of course. That's the play. That's the thing that I'm getting unlucky with. I'm not getting any gold bars for some reason. Well, never mind. Okay, we'll go back to Ethos. Okay, so first of all, what we want to do is we want to speak to Kodan Ironsword here, and we're going to be saying that I will take the Qualis gem, of course. I will take the Qualis gem. I think I have space. If I don't have space, I will kick myself. But I think I probably do. Yes, I do. There you go. Okay. that was playing a little bit too close for my liking, but yeah, there you go. Okay, so we've now got 2 Qualis gems again. And that means that we can potentially upgrade some rune armor if we want to, or we can upgrade ourselves. We can get some more potions or something like that if we want to. But this is what we're currently wanting to do. We need to prevent this village from being raided. I know that sounds like a really stupid thing to do, but actually it's really quite important. If we can make this, I don't know how I'm going to make this work. How am I going to make this work? They're being annoying, aren't they? They're being extremely annoying. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Maybe we can get them to come over here where this snake cult army is, and maybe get themselves murdered on that. It's actually working? Really? Oh no, where did the snake cult army go? I have no idea. Oh, can we try and split them? Okay, wait a minute, are you serious? They're running from me? Okay, this is crazy. What did he do? Look at him. He just got absolutely outmatched right there. Okay, I have no idea why he decided to do this, but there you go. All right, okay. That was actually hilarious, because obviously we need to split them, right? You know, I don't really want to fight 500 people in one fell swoop, because let's face it, I'd rather try to reduce the risk that we potentially have than being able to just run into something that could be a brick wall and just absolutely get ourselves killed. So it would be nice if we can do that, hopefully. It's kind of unfortunate that we didn't really have the opportunity to take out one of the larger opponents, because it wouldn't have, you know, I feel like it would have been pretty simple for us to take on pretty much any of them. I think at least the 270 would have been the way to go if we could have gotten any of them separately, but well, I can't really, you know, beggars can't be choosers in this case. I need to take what I can get, and indeed this is pretty much what I can get. So we'll see what we can do here. I'm going to put up my shield right now, hopefully not going to get murdered in the process. There we go. This is the first time we're actually fighting against Fierdsvane units as well, so I could very well see myself getting absolutely slaughtered in the process of trying to help the claimant. So far, actually, things don't seem particularly dangerous. I don't know, maybe I'm just not seeing things right, I don't know, but so far things seem relatively relaxed, so kind of interesting. I don't know. Come on now. Kill that guy. Thank you. Okay, I kind of like to level up myself, to be honest, but my forces are so good that they're just literally killing things without me even being there. So, yeah, there's that, I guess. That is indeed a thing. But this axe is just doing so much work as well. I mean, literally, look at that, 95 damage. Really, really good and really effective. Try to get some nice experience here while I can. Try and kill some of these in the process here. Okay, come on now, come on. No? No, okay. Apparently my angling is just completely wrong right here. This is absolutely terrible. Alright, there we go. We got it. 13 renown right there, and I am going to be letting him go. I know, I probably shouldn't do this, but we need to try to convince a bunch of their vassals to come over, right? We need to convince them to come over to us, and the only way that I can really do that is by, yes, letting them go and getting as much relation as possible. So the question is, okay, so these guys are actually running away from me. That's quite funny. Let's see if we can fight this guy. They're separated. Oh, no, he's not. Okay, wait. Okay, no, I don't want to fight him like this. Let's try and see if I can... Okay, Okay, sure. I guess. Sure. I'll fight these guys then. So, yeah, this is going to be a lot more difficult because this is 300, of course. But, as I said, I think we would probably be able to deal with these guys, at least solo. But the question is, are we going to be able to do 2 of them at once? I don't know. It's going to be a bit of a troublesome spot. Maybe, I don't know, it depends. I guess we can just be thankful that one of them isn't coming from behind and the other one isn't in front of us, because then they're going to make us pay. They're going to make us take very, very hard attacks from all angles, basically, you know. And on the one hand, sometimes that's good. You know, it depends on how you like it, to be honest, you know. And sometimes it's bad. But this time around, I think we'll be okay, as long as I don't get shot in the face by some of these thrown weapons. I'm just going to bait all of these thrown weapons out, because they're probably only going to have about, what, 6 to 12 of these things, maybe? So we'll see if I can just waste their thrown weapons as much as possible. Try and get a kill here and there. No, he actually blocked that. Wow, okay. That was kind of impressive, actually. Okay, don't get killed, don't get killed. Need to make sure that my horse does not die. Nice hit. Okay, kill that horse. There we go. I've told my forces to charge in here, which is probably a mistake, to be honest. So I'm going to actually tell them to hold position once again. I want to try to consolidate a little bit. I want to try to bait the opponent into charging into us, not the other way around. Yeah. What was that? I didn't actually hit him, or did I? Oh no, I did actually hit him, but I didn't even kill him. Wow, it was 80 damage, and he's still alive. That's quite impressive. Okay, let's tell them to charge now. There we go. This is what we wanted, you see. This is what we wanted. We wanted to make sure that they were charging into us. That is fundamentally always what we want to see. I might die here. This would be kind of bad. Yep, I'm dead. Yep, definitely dead. There's nothing I can do about this. I mean, I could try to do something, but it's highly unlikely. I mean, one little attack is going to kill me. I could try to continue moving backwards, and it might work. Oh, actually, it might work. If this works, I will be extremely, extremely surprised. Okay. A little bit of damage here and there. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, kill that guy. And now my shield's gone, of course. That's fine. Kill that one. Oh, and then we got killed. Okay, he had a two-handed, right? He had a two-handed, so he was able to outrange us, and that was the entire reason why he actually was able to hit us in that moment. If I had a little bit more athletic skill, which is exactly the reason why sometimes athletic skill is just so much better than it gets credit for, really. I mean, it's one of those skills that either you really, really love and you spec into it every single time, or you just forget about it because you're mostly on a horse, or you're mostly doing sieges and stuff like that. And athletic skill in Warband, at least, isn't really something that generally tends to be taken that often, as I say, unless you are doing some kind of special character build, or you just really, really like it. Because as you saw right there. If I had a little bit more movement speed, I would not have died. Alright, there it is, 44 renown for us, and we did end up losing a handful of stalkers, but that's pretty much it. I'll pay that price every single day of the week to be able to defeat an army of 300 and gain 44 renown, and also gain a significant amount of honor and some relation with some of these vassals. As you can see, some of these people actually do have good personalities as well, so even if we do let them go, we will hopefully have the opportunity to, well, maybe do something in the future with them. I don't know whether that's going to be possible, but hopefully it will. Anyway, the fact that we have driven off the Fiat's Vein from potentially raiding our villages, that is extremely good. That means that what we can now do is hopefully, hopefully we can build up our garrison just that little bit more. And once we have built up our garrison, so much so that it's now, you know, hopefully then going to have 300 to 400, maybe even more troops inside it, we will be in a great position. So let me see here. Okay, so I can upgrade the equipment. Let's see what we can get. I think we want more armor. Let's get boots and greaves, shall we? Let's see. Oh, we don't have chest piece. Okay, we need a chest piece actually. So exceptional body armor, I guess. And what are we going to get them? We can get them pretty much any of these things right here. Azure plate with cape. That sounds pretty cool, right? I think that sounds pretty cool. Azure plate with crepe? Azure crepe? Did I just say azure crepe? No, I certainly didn't. I did though. I certainly did. Okay. Actually, we'll just do Forlorn Hope heavy suit of plate. I think that seems really good. I mean, look at that. 62 body armor, 22 leg armor. So much better than the azure plate. I mean, azure crepe, even. Yeah, but I'm thinking we're probably going to take this, even though there are some really, really cool ones down here. This one is just better in every single way. Unfortunately, not really something that I don't know. It doesn't seem that amazing, so that's the reason why I'm like, yeah, maybe we don't want to do that. Okay, we can also get this. Do that. There we go. Looks to be pretty fun to me, and that's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so let's have a look here. Oh yeah, these are Salian vassals. Hello there. Yeah, okay, yeah, these are Salian vassals. He does not like me one bit for some reason, but there you go. Yeah, there you go. So that's it, and let's just take a quick look at our forces. We do have 10 spaces, which is kind of nice. Might be nice to find some adventurers to fill those, but yeah, there you go. We've actually started our faction. We have the claimant with us, and all we need to do now is build up our CKO. Once we've built up our CKO and a huge amount of, well, pretty much every kind of resource you could ever want. It's actually quite funny that we started here as well, because the hidden mines of Al-Aziz are very close by. So if we do ever get that elusive gold bar, we will be able to go back there and get some rune armor, which would be quite nice. Otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.